Hello, what's up, people? It's another time we happen to meet once again. Thank you for clicking. I want to say thank you for your eyeballs. Thank you for your precious time. So, it was unsure until yesterday. It was unsure what really happens or what is likely to happen as far as the election is concerned of 2022. But yesterday's action by the President of the Republic of Kenya was actually a last nail on the coffin as far as this election is concerned. Three things happened yesterday. Number one, Uhuru snapped Ruto. Number two, he really praised his role in uplifting women in the leadership of our country. And number three, there was something happened in the Citizen TV. There was during the following of the convoy of the president from the State House to the Uhuru Garden. There was sort of the cameraman decided to span his camera or her camera and zoom out a certain billboard that was mapped somewhere, and that really tells you much about what is likely to happen in this election. So if you add up those three things and relate it to the happenings, and before that, remember Kibisho was on Citizen TV and was caught categorically saying that according to the intelligence, that RAILA is likely to get over 60% of the votes to be casted in the elections coming in August and 9th. So if you take all those things and sum up, remember Kibisho is a very, very essential person when it comes to this government. He is the public or rather permanent secretary in the interior security. And whatever he says, it has to be taken seriously because he knows exactly what he's saying. When he speaks, I would say, sort of, inner government speaks. When Matiang'i speaks, the inner government of Kenya really speaks. So whatever they say, it has to be taken keenly and very, very, you dissect the words and get to understand. So yesterday's speech by the president, remember, number one, he snapped Ruto. He broke the protocol. He decided to take over by himself. Immediately after handing over the what do we call the honors to the respective people in that specific ceremony, he requested for his speech. His speech was handed over, and boom, they took the day and he decided to give the speech, stretching from what he has achieved, from where he got the country to where it is right now. He really talked about a lot of things as far as the infrastructure is concerned. I mean, it's out there. We can all see it. He did something. I mean, the public debt, it's out there. We can all see it. But there's something that he did. He decided to, talk about what he has done to elevate the position of women in the leadership of this specific country. That tells you much, all right? Stretching from, me or rather my government having, the judiciary is being held or, uh, ruled by a woman, that is the Koome, from, him appointing the first major general in 2018 to having a sort of a lady decamp of lady, I don't know, certain brigadier, and also said that in his tenure from 2013 to where we are right now in 2022, he has managed to have at least 11 cabinet secretaries who are ladies. And on top of that, he said that, you know what, guys, you have a chance of having a deputy president who is a lady. What does that mean, honestly? What does that mean? He tells you, like, okay, listen, you guys, you can take my legacy to the next level, all right? I mean, when I came to power, a bar was really set high by my predecessor, that the late President Emilio Kibaki. And myself, I'm going to set, I've rather already set a very high bar. So whoever takes over from me has to take it far much better than I did. So him saying that we have a chance of having a deputy president who is a lady was actually an indirect way of campaigning for Mother Karua, which means is the indirect way of saying that I'm supporting as Mio La Umoja presidency of the we are, or rather the Raila Odinga as my successor. That really tells you much. For those who really tend to or love to analyze the politics, that really tells you much on that statement. All right. And on top of that, him deciding to snap the speech of Ruto, or him breaking the protocol and deciding to take over the control of the event. There was sort of an intelligence that there was a planned heckling, all right? There was a planned heckling. There was sort of a mobilized crowd somewhere was set aside for once the deputy president takes over the microphone and gives his speech. I don't know, there was sort of, praises, a shangwe here and there. And that creates perception that, what, the common Wananchi really love this dude. And remember one thing, this was the speech, the last speech of the president, and he cannot afford to do that. Can you imagine him having his people who cheers him up, and another guy has mobilized his people to cheer him up? Like, let's say RAILA had his people and Ruto had his people. That really event could be very chaotic. So, and the government is to make sure that at least the peace and harmony is maintained at all the time. That's why he decided now, I won't give anybody a microphone. This is my day. I mean, this is my last speech, guys. And then let me enjoy the ride, all right? So he decided to jump into that boat and sail with the wave, and he decided, you know what, guys, you're gonna have your time and you're gonna give your speech, and that is exactly what he did. There was a lot of complaint, like, okay, you could have not done all of those things. But remember one thing, he has executive powers. What he says goes. And at the end of the day, he carried the day. He explained himself what he has achieved and what he expects. But he insisted on one thing. I don't know, you guys, you noticed that. He insisted on the next government to come in place should solely focus on fighting graft or corruption. Remember, there was a time he admitted that Kenya is losing over 2 billion shillings in a day. So that really tells you much. That's a lot of money, getting lost in a single day, in a single song, all right? So he said that he would suggest, by the way, he confirmed, mine is just a suggestion, all right? So, and it's funny, but if you look at the speech, when he was saying mine is a suggestion, he was turning on or spanning his head towards where you know, the Raila was, and he was saying, mine is suggestion, right? Whichever government succeeds me should focus on fighting graft and corruption. That is the only way we can realize achieving our dream as far as the economy of our country is concerned. He borrowed some leaves from, these Asian giants, countries like South Korea, China, the Japan, the Singapore ones. He really shared much about specifics on how they developed their economy and took it to the next level. So that tells you much about yesterday's event. And according to the analysis, I see like the fifth, that's the Raila Odinga, has the highest chance of becoming the next president of this republic based on what is happening. And you know what, guys? Take your second or two, just click that subscription button if you love this kind of content, so that at least you be notified by the YouTube when I post a new video. And also like the video. That is really helpful, because if you like the video, that means the video gonna be suggested to large volumes of people. Comment down below. I believe you have an idea. I believe you also have a view, you have a perception, you have an objection as far as this analysis is concerned. And also tell me what you think. I believe you got something that you can share with me. And on top of that, if you in a capacity to share me out to your friends, to your groups, and whatever places you are. And if you do that, I want to say thank you very much for being a fan member of this specific channel. So what can I say more than that? What I can say is that let's wait. Whatever it's now, it's a game of wait and see, and get to see exactly who we can usher in as the presidency or the president of this Republic of Kenya. So see you in the next one, and I want to say thank you for your support at all the time.